All right. Arsenal 2, Arsenal 2, Tottenham Hotspur 1. Full time. That's how the game of football went ahead, obviously, end at the Emirates Stadium. And as I told you in the match preview, that all what Arsenal needed was a win. I tell you, Arsenal needed a win of any nature to obviously get back to winning ways, because in the last Premier League game they played, they drew 1-1 with Brighton, then beaten by Newcastle 2-0 at Emirates, and then they went ahead to obviously get knocked out by Man United after drawing or making a 1-1 draw in the FA Cup. And when you look at all those bad happenings for the club of Arsenal, all they needed was a win of any nature. And finally, they got it through Trossad, a man that is back to his scoring ways. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. Smash the like button, comment and share, and continue to subscribe because we want to hit 24,200 subscribers. And by the way, we are left with is it 30 subscribers to hit that mark, and please make this happen. I tell you guys, make this happen in a nick of time, because I know you people are there and you're really doing great. And then we are powered by Mono Gadgets, dealers in brand new phones and brand new laptops. Even if you need used phones and used laptops, not from Uganda but from the United Kingdom, call them on +256 70 99 88 665. I repeat the number, 70 right 99 88 665. That's the number. And you can as well call the same number when you need what we call affordable smartwatches, because they also have them. It's a new year, new stock, new stuff. Endeavor to obviously change a little bit of how your gadgets really look, whether in a phone, a laptop, or a smartwatch. They'll obviously be at your service. You can as well go to TikTok and put their Mono Gadgets in the search bar. You'll thank me later. The wide timeline of these people, the wide timeline of their products will obviously intrigue you, and you'll be sent into a buying mode. Follow them up and you'll thank me later. You can as well WhatsApp them and ask them about what you want as far as phones, laptops, and watches are really concerned. And if you're a girl, even if you're a man, you can obviously think of getting what we call a birthday gift in form of an affordable watch, affordable smartwatch, in form of a phone, and in form of a laptop, guys. You understand? So that is it, and that's what you're really having in here onto this channel. So let's obviously go into the big game now. In my match preview, I called in for a 3-1 win for the club of Arsenal, because I need to eat that Arsenal was to concede, and most especially at home, Arsenal concede very many goals. Though they are not like last season where they are not conceding very many where they're not conceding very many goals away from home. Even away from home, Arsenal is conceding. And in the 25th minute, Son Heung-min took the lead, and he went ahead to obviously send shockwaves into the fans of Arsenal, because he's that guy that I've always gonna hate to remember ever since Harry Kane left, because Harry Kane had really scored against Arsenal very many times. But ever since Harry Kane left, it has been Son Heung-min who has always gonna hate to obviously raise up his hand to obviously get to the center stage of obviously haunting Arsenal. And once again, the arrow was through Arsenal's hearts in the 25th minute through Son Heung-min. And I think everyone was like, what is happening at Arsenal? What is happening at Arsenal? Because even when they're playing against Newcastle, Newcastle scored first. You know, when they're playing against Man United, it was Bruno Fernandes who scored first. You really understand how that sent them a message that in the previous 2 games that we had played, we scored first. I'm talking about Arsenal. They scored us first, and they went ahead to win against us. And I think that went ahead to obviously haunt them as a club of Arsenal. Now, 15 minutes later, Dominic Solanke with an own goal, and then Leandro Trossad in the 44th minute, meaning that in a space of 4 minutes, Arsenal had taken back a lead into their favor, and that was really great for the club of Arsenal. So when you look at how this really went down at the Emirates Stadium, it sends you a message on what Arsenal is like and what the pressure was. And one will ask, Rokani, where did the pressure come from? I will tell you that the pressure is coming in from Liverpool. Liverpool playing fast and they drew, and Arsenal had a lot of pressure onto their shoulders, the players especially. And I would like to obviously give them their flowers for what they did, with a lot of pressure, that if you win or if you lose or if you draw, it means a lot into your point difference or into your title race with Liverpool. When you add on this of Spurs taking the lead, I tell you, these players have shown what we call the fighting spirit. And I really liked it that way, because in some moments like this, all what you need is a win to obviously get yourself back to where you deserve to be. So the club of Arsenal found themselves in a position of really fighting back, and for that, I would love to obviously see to it that I really give them kudos, because in the game of Newcastle, they never fought back, 2-0. Game of Manchester United, they fought back, and it ended 1-1, though they missed out on very many chances, to see to it that they really find themselves in a position of really getting into the next round of the FA Cup, you understand? So, I think, if you're an Arsenal fan, and you are told, getting knocked out of the FA Cup and keeping to the title race of the Premier League, what would you choose? I think most of you would have chosen keeping in the rest of the Premier League, because the FA Cup won't make a lot of noise for the club of Arsenal. I know they are really the top winners of this tournament, but I tell you, the bigger fish to fry is the Premier League. I tell you, the bigger fish to chase for is for the Premier League. And I tell you, most of them were like, Arsenal was burning their own bridge where they were standing when they lost to Man United, a 10-man team. I told you, it would have gone ahead to obviously haunt a lot, if Arsenal went ahead to obviously lose today or draw today against Spurs after being knocked out of the Premier League, after being knocked out of the FA Cup. You understand? But if at all they've come up and put in a shift that is well required for the club of Arsenal, and they've got 3 points, now you're going to see those fans of Arsenal that have been talking, all while they're talking, getting back online, and they're like, all right, let's obviously see what's really going to happen, because we're really seeing lots of positives into this win. And why is this win important? You are playing Aston Villa at home on Sunday. Is it Sunday? I think it's Saturday. On the weekend, Arsenal is hosting Aston Villa. Now, if you're looking at Aston Villa, it's really going to be it's going to be of a hill to climb than that of Spurs, because for Spurs, I think it was a molehill for the club of Arsenal, and they went ahead obviously to overcome it. But will they overcome that climb of a mountain when they're taking on the club of Aston Villa? Last season, what happened? Aston Villa came there, beat Arsenal by 2-0, and this time round they are coming thick and hard. So as things stand, it is really good for the club of Arsenal to have gone ahead, obviously, register those 3 points. The other person to talk about is Leandro Trossad. If you look at his previous 2 seasons, he has been instrumental into what Arsenal has been achieving. When he came in the January transfer window of 2023, he came up and really scored 1 goal, and I think he put in, 11 assists into a season, and I think 10 of those came in the Premier League. That is Leandro Trossad for you. I remember even he created a hat-trick of assists when they are beating Fulham, if I'm not mistaken. So, if you're not having Bukayo Saka, right, and Gabriel Jesus, one of your poachers that had gone ahead obviously get back in form, is also away, you needed someone to raise up his hand to obviously score goals. And I think amongst all those players that Arsenal really having on the pitch, it is really very, 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 very optimistic. All it really creates, all builds huge optimism into the hearts of Arsenal fans when they see to it that it's Leandro Trossad scoring these goals, because we know to it that he has scored very many important goals for the club of Arsenal ever since he came in here. And I think he can be that turning point for the club of Arsenal in what they are really going to achieve and what they're not going to achieve this season. Because by the time Saka returns, I think it won't obviously go on well if Trossard doesn't really score those goals. You understand? And then, even if Arsenal bring in a player, there is no guarantee that that player is going to hit the ground running, especially into the attacking positions. So, I think Trossard raising up his hand high to obviously lead the side of Arsenal into grabbing these 3 points was really very pivotal. And remember, Arsenal came into this game of football in their third. Nottingham Forest had gone ahead, obviously winning. I think they drew yesterday, and they drew with Liverpool. They got 1 more point, ahead of Arsenal. And Arsenal came up and obviously won this game, and it really went ahead to obviously create lots of optimism amongst the people at Arsenal. And everyone was like, this manager should get sacked. I was like, where do these people watch these games from? And let's get into the stats of the day. Now, Arsenal had 14 shots. Spurs had 10. 4 shots on target by Arsenal. 2 shots on target by Tottenham Hotspur. 54% ball possession by Arsenal. Spurs had 46% ball possession. 425 passes completed by Arsenal. Tottenham Hotspur completed 374. 83% passing accuracy by Arsenal. Tottenham Hotspur had 84% passing accuracy. 16 fouls by Arsenal. 9 fouls by Spurs. 3 yellow cards to Arsenal and 1 yellow card to the side of Tottenham Hotspur. 0 red cards issued to both sides. 3 yellow cards to the club of Arsenal and 1 yellow card issued to the side of Tottenham Hotspur. Then 10 corners to the side of Arsenal and 4 corners to the side of Tottenham Hotspur. So that's exactly how everything went down at the Emirates Stadium, and Arsenal are really doing great. And I tell you what, this is what you would want. There is no ugly win. That's what I'm always going to tell people, that if you think there is an ugly win in football, then football is not meant for you. It's not ugly. It's never ugly, I tell you. It's all about your team getting 3 points. It's a game of maximizing points. If you maximize points throughout the season or throughout the tournament, you emerge the winner. You understand? And this is what Arsenal is doing right about now. And they're going to obviously maximize these points, and they've emerged as winners. And this is what most of you really want to look at. How is the table really looking like for now? Now, Liverpool, 20 games played, 14 wins, 5 draws, 1 loss, 48 goals scored, 20 goals conceded, 28 goal difference, 47 points. That's what they're really having. Arsenal, 21 games played, 1 more game played more than Liverpool, 12 wins, 7 draws, 2 losses, 41 goals scored, 19 goals conceded. And they are the team that has gone ahead to concede the least number of goals into the Premier League. They've conceded 19. Goal difference is 22, 43. 43 is the goal difference for the club of Arsenal. Nottingham, 21 games played, 12 wins, 5 draws, 5 losses, 37 goals scored, 22 goals conceded, and they're having 15 as a goal difference with 41 points. Or they're having 10 as a goal difference. Newcastle is 4th, 21 games played, 11 wins, 5 losses, 5 draws, 37 goals scored, 22 goals conceded, 15, and they're having a goal difference of 38. Chelsea, 21 games played. It's shocking that Chelsea was at a certain point into the vicinity of even topping the table if at all they won their games before Liverpool played. But right now, they had 37 points, and they're really looking bad. And I don't know when they last won a game in the Premier League. 5 games consecutively, they're not obviously winning. Man City, 21 games played, 10 wins, 5 draws, 6 losses, 31 goals scored, 21 goals conceded, 32 goals conceded, and they're having a goal difference of -1. They're having 35 points. Bournemouth, 8th with 34 points. Fulham is having 30 points. They're 9th, and Brentford is really having 28 points. Aston Villa is having 35. So we are waiting to see how things pan out, but a lot is really going to be said when it comes to the next fixture. The next fixtures that are really going to be played into the Premier League, because over the weekend their big games are really coming up, and as it stands, over the weekend, Liverpool is going to be playing away at Brentford. It's not an easy game, I tell you. Liverpool is going to be playing away at Brentford. You know, hard game, and they need to obviously do a lot to win that game of football. But I want to see Liverpool is playing fast again on the 18th. That is on Saturday. And Arsenal will obviously close the Saturday match day 22 or 22nd, because they'll be hosting Aston Villa. Meaning that by the time Arsenal comes into action on Saturday, they would have gone ahead to know what result has Liverpool gone ahead obviously harvest from that game. So guys, I call upon for your reactions into the comment section below. Tell me your reaction to this game. I've gone ahead to give you everything that you need to know. Rokani David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later. And this is the Rokani Media Football. Third video of the day. And I think 3 hours from now we'll be dropping another video. It will be all about the transfers. Bye-bye and good night. Those waking up, good morning.